Well, scrap whatever I was about to talk to you about in today's video, because it would seem that we need to teach New Zealand's Eskimo population a few manners.
So, now we've all seen that. I don't know what to make of it. I think he needs to just pull his head in and deal with his own people, like before he starts throwing stones in his glass house. Yeah, talking about teaching us Maoris manners. We know what our haka means to us. It's a thing that is very special and sacred to us, and it shows our defiance and also our unity and solidarity to the cause that we're standing up against. Not like I think he should hop on his high moral horse and ride over to America and deal with all those um, European white people over there who are just freaking out there, a bunch of nutcases. After Donald Trump won the election, they're all melting down there. They're bawling their eyes out. They're screaming and yelling and getting up to a whole lot of no good, not having sex and cutting their hair and, threatening to murder people. Look here, mate, I think you better go over there before you come over this way and even a little closer to home. How about the riots that are happening in the UK at the moment? I'd rather you guys learn a haka so you can get a bit of energy out of you. What are you doing? In England and Ireland, you're blowing yourselves up, mate. You've been doing that thing for quite a few years. And you come over and tell us, jump on the high moral ground and tell us about learning manners. You fellas are blowing up the whole world, so, I think you better just take a step back, sit down and relax, my bro. Just relax, like it's nothing to do with you. So you just shut your mouth and we'll be fine. So I'll just show a few clips of the turmoil and the rage and the manners that he should be taking to his own people over in UK.
Tonight, violence and vitriol on the streets of the United Kingdom, targeting migrants and mosques in an ugly eruption of anti-immigrant sentiment. For more than a week, riots breaking out in city after city. Cars torched in northeast England. Fires raging in Belfast in Northern Ireland. This hotel, used to house asylum seekers, set ablaze. More than 400 arrests so far, including nearly 150 just this weekend. Police warning the number will rise.
I can confirm today we have seen at least 12 of our officers injured, with items such as brick fence posts, branches and other missiles thrown at them.
Authorities blaming much of the violence on far-right extremist groups, some with neo-Nazi ties. Prime Minister Keir Starmer on the job only a month.
Yeah, now we've seen that. Yeah, what is he talking about? Mate, I think you better go away and teach your people a haka or something. You're just getting out of control. Blinking Nazis. Right, Nazi supremacists. What are you fellas doing over there? And then he says he wants to come over to New Zealand and teach us a few manners. Boy, is that guy the biggest idiot you've ever seen on YouTube? He must be one of them. And now I've got a few more to deal to before I get off the computer tonight, because man, this is what typifies. This is why people typify of what a white supremacist is. They just can't shut their mouths and just hold to their own views. It's because, and it's the white people, they do it a lot, especially to the indigenous people. They don't do it to the black people because the black people got them under a headlock, and they're pretty much scared of the black people, because the black people, man, they're giving it to the whiteys at the moment, and that's why, and mate, it's unjustified from my standpoint. I don't think you know the racism is that bad in America, but yeah, like they like a lot of these white liberals. They love picking on the indigenous people, but the black people, they got their number, and that's why they've got half the white people not knowing where they're at. They're ashamed of themselves. So before this fella comes on the airwaves and says he's going to teach us a few manners, go and find out who you are, bro. Yeah, I think we need to come over to where you are and teach you a haka or two. And so,
so it's only people that are holding the shields and has been set up by the statue there. Does everyone know?
yeah, I must admit I was getting a little heated up then. Just talking about that guy, but yeah, that's a protest that is done here in New Zealand. Totally peaceful, totally organised, and that's the way you do it, my brother. You first of all do a big haka. Doesn't matter whether you do it in Parliament, but you get all your testosterone, your angry feelings, and everything out before you actually go to the protest. And when you get to the protest, you're just there to peacefully protest and confront the people that you're against, that with peace and solidarity. And you can take your family, put your kids on your shoulder, and walk down the street, 40, 50,000 people. It doesn't matter. It's not that we're a bunch of savages. We've been protesting and standing up against real white supremacy for the last 180 years, and we know how to do it, and we can teach you white people a lesson or two. And I don't want to make it into a racist thing, but you just get sick of these people coming on the airwaves and acting so hoity-toity and honty-ponty and so poncy, and thinking that they have all the culture and they have all the civilization. But like, the thing is, they've got a thing or two that they can learn from a beautiful culture like us Maori.
Because you're about to see some passion pour through your screens from both sides. Here we go. Watch and enjoy a uniquely New Zealand experience.
Whakapapa talks about the sacredness of genealogy, and these hakas and these chants reflect a great history.
Hello, world. So, that's a couple of the most prestigious colleges in Auckland, King's College and Auckland Boys Grammar, just before a rugby match. And they're just, like I said, it's something that's pretty sacred, not only to us Maori here in New Zealand, but to all Kiwis. As you can see, there was a lot of, we call them Pākehā. There was a lot of white New Zealanders. There's a lot of brown New Zealanders, a few Asian New Zealanders, but they're all, bound together through the haka, solidarity. It's you're about to face confrontation, and you're just putting up the challenge. And it's a beautiful thing, this haka. And I do really believe that the world can learn a lot of things from the Maori people, how we've endured and we've overcome a lot of difficulties over the years, and we haven't got darkness in our hearts. We still have that Polynesian aroha, that love for everybody, even after everything that has been done to us. We don't let that darkness come into our hearts, and with a lot of people, and we don't want to go back there. But you see in the UK, they're wanting to blow each other up. Well, we're not like that here in New Zealand, and a lot of it is to do with our culture as Māori. We don't like that kind of confrontation. We don't like hurting people unnecessarily, and we are a loving and a forgiving people. And just when our youngest MP, Hana Arawhiti Maipi Clark, did that beautiful haka in Parliament, and it was beautiful. For I'm probably saying 99% of Māori, they thought that was just such a beautiful thing. And probably a great percentage of all Kiwis thought it was the thing to do. And it just ripped around the world. And, we got a reaction from it. Just brings out all the different kinds of people that react to it. But as you can see, the haka is a beautiful thing, and it's a part of our culture. And as our culture, as we're so loving and forgiving and giving, we've given it to our whole country. We can see our All Blacks, our national teams, they perform the haka, not because they're the best in the world, not because they think they're going to win, but we're just saying to the opposition, we're here to challenge you. It doesn't matter how good you are, we will do our best. And that's all you can expect of an opponent, is that they do their best. But, we get these, and I call these are the white supremacists. These are the ones, and my definition of white supremacy is a white person who thinks that they are superior to somebody else, especially a dark person or indigenous people. That's my definition of a white supremacist. And you can see in the people that I'm going to show that and these people have those views because they're looking at us Maori as being savages. But we'll get onto that as we go through the video. We've got a little bit more of a journey to unfold. So we'll get back to watching a few clips and we'll just discuss them.
She did.
Wait.
Sure did.
A stunning moment here at the end of the president's speech. Nancy Pelosi tearing up what appeared to be a copy of the president's speech.
Wow. And this on the heels of a moment earlier where she seemed to offer her hand for a handshake, and he either didn't see it, he didn't shake her hand in any event. She didn't use the usual flourish in introducing him. It is my high honor and privilege. So when we said that there was a partisan rancor inside this room, we were telling you there certainly is. In fact,
Okay, who's having fun? I am. Yeah, well, it's the two versions, the American and the New Zealand version of ripping up the piece of paper. One was at the State of the Union, Donald Trump speaking, and behind him was Nancy Pelosi ripping up, I don't know whether it was what was on the piece of paper, but she was ripping it up just to show Donald Trump that she doesn't support him. And there was Hana Harawiri Maipi Clark ripping up the bill and doing our beautiful haka in the Parliament. And at least with the haka, we pretty much show our thoughts and feelings on the spot. We are pretty passionate people, us Māoris, but we don't hide in dark corners, and we don't put our leaders up on charges of take them through the courts, things like that, impeachments, and just watching Donald Trump the last year and what he had to endure. I think he'd rather Nancy Pelosi and the Democratic Party just got out there in the State of the Union and did a haka instead of all that backhanded, backstabbing stuff. And so I don't know who they think the savages are. I think, they've got a lot to learn from the indigenous people and their humility and the way that they do things. And I think a lot of these people, they need to come down off their high horses. We'll keep going through the video. Yeah, I'm having fun. I'm having fun here. And, when you've got the truth on your side, you can go forever. And, I haven't got any script. I'm just thinking what to say straight off my head. And I'm just having a ball.
New Zealand, on the other hand, does have some relevance for Americans. It's one of the more important political stories of the year, in fact, even though it's taking place thousands of miles away from our borders. And in case you missed it, several politicians in New Zealand just broke out into a primal Stone Age war dance called the Haka to protest a piece of legislation that's working its way through Parliament. They won't stop doing the chant, and eventually, because of that, Parliament has to be shut down entirely.
We know that over 700 people have been charged.
What's the doors down?
Around 25 have been sent to jail.
Get the in there!
And hundreds more are wanted by the FBI. But 1 year later, what happened to these rioters, the cops who tried to stop them, and the victims? This photo of Jacob Chansley is just one of many unforgettable images from January 6, 2021. The QAnon shaman was sentenced to 41 months in prison after...
It's very dangerous, and you could tell the people doing it, they think it's real spooky and really scary. It's real intimidating. And they're right, it is dangerous because it may cause everybody in the vicinity to die of secondhand embarrassment. The pandemonium, but they're getting in the face of a politician named David Seymour, who introduced a bill that they don't like. The people doing the screeching identify as Maori, meaning they see themselves as the allegedly indigenous people of New Zealand, and they're chanting like barbarians and making gun gestures at David Seymour while saying something that apparently translates to evil.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with you and your mother and your sister. I'm just done all of this. I'm sorry. Why? Do you really hate me that bad? Why? Do you really
it that this whole Haka thing is just silly and embarrassing. Maybe you're not supposed to say that, but it's obviously true. And everybody who sees it knows that, feels the same way. You know, and you see these videos sometimes, we're supposed to pretend like we think it's powerful and cool because it's part of a non-white culture, and so therefore it has to be good.
So now we've seen that, and we're pretty much coming to the end of our video, but yeah, we'll just comment, react to what this guy's name is, Mike Walsh. He's a YouTube content creator. Pretty much started off in the radio world and pretty much failed. You know, he got sacked there at a few places, and pretty much made his name by bashing gays and trans people, and having debates at universities, but it's not hard to do when you're on the right side of the argument. And but he's just a big bully. You know, he didn't want to help these people in any way. He just wanted to be right. And now he's moving over to another field. He's moving over to bashing indigenous people. And you know, like and you know, this is what brings you know, the white supremacists out of the little nooks and crannies. You know, like they think because of their white superiority, they can say anything about any other culture. You know, and like look at us, look at me. You know, like look at what we've done. You know, we look at all you savages, like all the Indians that are over there in the United States, or you know, Maori here, or the Aborigines in Australia. You know, he looks down upon us. He looks down upon the indigenous people, and like a lot of the white people, they don't have a go at the blacks anymore, because the blacks got him and all the rest of his mates in a stranglehold, and so they don't say too much about them. You can see the fella on CNN, I think Jennings, yeah, how he's always there defending conservative views, and most of the time I'm quite of a conservative guy, and I think he's right. But we have all these black panelists, mainly black women, and they're just giving him heaps, giving him heaps, and he has to shut down because, you know, like he's not allowed to look like, you know, like he's mansplaining them, or he's, you know, his white supremacy is coming out. You know, they're all scared. They're all scared over there in America that this thing will happen to them. You know, like man, it's funny to see. You know, just watching the history of America and seeing how the blacks were treated way back in the like the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and now it's a whole different scene. You know, like man, like they like hold people like Michael Jordan, and LeBron James, and all those successes in high esteem. You know, they're scared to say anything about them, and this guy, Mike Walsh, is no different. He thinks he's big and tough, but he's not. That's why he made that movie. I think it's I Am Not a Racist, and it was sort of like a comedy movies. You know, comedy. You know, if the thing about comedy, you can say anything you like, and you know, if stuff comes back on, you just say, "Oh, it was just a joke." You know, yeah, we know all about that. But the reason I think he did it, you know, like what he did was he went around with this little ponytail on the back of his head, and he pretty much looked exactly the same as he's looking now. And he thought he was like he'd changed from the right to the left just because he wore a little ponytail on the back of his head. And but he was pretty much saying to all his black friends, I'm not a racist. I'm not a racist. Yeah, we know what you're all about, mate. So yeah, and when he starts his movie, and I haven't watched it. I just watched a few clips of it, and nothing made me laugh. You know, like I saw the trailer, and usually you have all the funny parts in the trailer. Man, it was so boring. You know, he started off with him and a couple of women. They were in a lounge setting, you know, a studio lounge setting, and they were interviewing him, and he was mocking the Indian race with whatever he was doing. But that's the kind of guy he is, you know. Why didn't he pick on the black guys? You know, that freaking sticking from here to Sunday. But nah, he'll he's just a big bully. He likes to pick all the low hanging fruit. But don't come down here to New Zealand and think you're some kind of big stuff, because you know we're intelligent people down here. You know, we don't put up with your white crap. You know, like, you know, you say, "Oh, our haka is, oh, it's dangerous. Oh, you know, people are gonna die of boredom." Well, a girl died uh, in the house, in your Parliament house. You know, she actually died because of the kind of people that you are. You know, you're busting down the doors, and then a policeman shot her in the face and killed her. You know, like we had like I showed you, we had a protest, 40 to 50,000 people, and not one person got arrested. Not one person got killed. Not one policeman got hurt. Everything was done in a good manner. And like I said, you know, America could learn a lot from indigenous people, especially Maori people. And like you said, this is probably the most important news story of the whole year, because it's about indigenous people that are standing their ground. We are standing our ground, and we are going to overcome our colonizers, and that's what he's afraid of, because all of the indigenous people are watching us. The whole world is watching the Maori people. So, kia kaha to us Maori, you know, just be strong, and keep doing what you're doing. And when you hear the mocks and the taunts and the noise from people like this Mike Walsh and that other English idiot, coming your way, you know you're heading in the right direction, because that's the way that the right way to go is when you're hitting opposition like these fools. But you know, really grateful to all those people who reacted positively to Hana's haka, and your support and solidarity for us people down in here in Aotearoa. So kia ora koutou, and we'll just finish with another clip.
They're just calling us artifacts. And when you call us artifacts, that makes it okay to dig us up and put us under a microscope and cut us into pieces to study our DNA. It's not okay. We're human beings just like everyone else, and we have the right to have our sacred sites protected.